Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Minister of Housing, Land and Urban Development, His Excellency Dr. Ali Haidar Ahmad, Minister of State for Social and Family Development, Ms. Aminat Hussain Sharif, Ms. Aishat Hassan, Chief Statistician, Maldives Bureau of Statistics, Ms. Sophie Kennelly, Policy Analyst, Gender Data Partnership for Statistics for Development in the 21st Century of Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, distinguished participants of this workshop, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all. It's a great pleasure to be here today amidst experts in the fields of gender and data, which are both areas that are underutilized in policy making. Allow me, therefore, to first congratulate the Minister of Social and Family Development, Maldives Bureau of Statistics, and the Paris 21 Secretariat for the tremendous tasks that you had undertaken successfully. In the realm of policy, decisions crafted without a comprehensive understanding of gender disparities risks falling short of their intended impact. Gender data is not merely a collection of statistics. It embodies the realities, challenges, and aspirations of half the global population. As a developing nation with limited human and financial resources, as well as limited expertise, some of our challenges in national development have always stemmed from the lack of available data. I commend the work undertaken by Maldives Bureau of Statistics. Even with these limitations, the Maldives Statistics Act came into effect very recently, in July 2021. Even prior to that, a lot of effort has gone into conducting various surveys and census to collect data in different thematic areas for development. Ladies and gentlemen, the unfortunate truth is that in the Maldives, policies are made based on need, not based on data. But for policies to be effective, it is imperative that they be data-based. This is the first time the findings and recommendations from this initiative are shared. It has brought together different stakeholders, including civil society organizations, development partners of the Maldives, to validate the finding of this workshop and ensure its success. This will support the aim of a responsive roadmap in gender data usage. I'm confident this workshop has provided the opportunity to better understand how gender data is and can be used to inform policy in the Maldives. This study began in May of this year and comprises of a lot of research, interviews, and surveys. The culmination of this extensive work today is a testament to the importance attached towards collecting meaningful gender data. We should not let this opportunity pass, ladies and gentlemen. Data collection, availability, and analysis is not just a challenge that Maldives face. Globally, data analysis is a challenge. And the more so, the availability of gender-segregated analyzed data is limited. As this new administration has just come into office less than 1 month ago, I believe this is the right time to ensure that new policies that are being made take into consideration available data, collect data, and consider the different aspects of it, including gender. This government of President Dr. Mohamed Moise is committed to ensuring that the development of the country goes in line with the wishes of the people. I urge all stakeholders to take this into consideration when drafting policies, regulation, as well as laws. But this government is committed to not gender equality, but to increase in women's participation in all levels of national development, to increase women's contribution to the economy as well as their participation in political and public life. In order to ensure, it is imperative to explore and find solutions to the underlying reasons for their low participation in those areas. Ladies and gentlemen, Maldives is able to report on 50% of the gender-specific indicators in the Sustainable Development Goal. Despite the availability of this data, it needs to be properly utilized in the best ways possible to bring out the change necessary for sustainable development. We need to explore the gaps between data collection, data utilization, we need to explore how data collection can be further streamlined. We have now identified not just the barriers, but also the opportunities policy making. Our next effort should be geared towards building a culture of evidence-based decision making. Data producers and data users in every area of development and every level should be brought together in regular platforms, providing avenue for engagement. This includes policymakers, parliamentarians, implementing agencies, educational institutions, media, as well as the public. This data needs to be made available for everyone, most importantly, in a way that is understandable by those other than analysts. This has to be updated. Furthermore, we need to invest in training policymakers and develop a support mechanism that can analyze and interpret data effectively, quantitative as well as qualitative. We also need to invest in creating user-friendly data dashboards and reporting systems to strengthen data collection and proper management. Dear participants of this workshop, with your expertise and knowledge, I believe that the recommendations and the solutions brought forward from this workshop will fit well into the local context, take into consideration the existing challenges for implementation can be undertaken without adding to the already burdened systems within our systems. Your work today is not over. I call of all of you and all other stakeholders on the responsibility of advocating for gender data use in policy making. I ask you to disseminate this information, ensure that this is not the end. As you very well understand, this is just the beginning, the first step. Now is the time to raise our voice on advocacy. Implementation of recommendation of this study is imperative for its success. Let us hold on this momentum so every policy made henceforth is evidence-based, gender-sensitive, and brings to fruition the wishes of the Maldivian people. In closing, I would like to say that integrating gender data into policy making is not a choice, it is a necessity. It is an investment in fairer, more inclusive society where every voice is heard and every person's potential is realized. Let us embrace the power of data to create policies that foster equality, empowerment, and progress of all. Once again, let me thank the organizers, Maldives Bureau of Statistics and Paris 21 for organizing this important forum and for inviting me to be part of this momentous occasion. I wish you all the very best as you embark on the next chapter on gender data usage in policy formulation. I thank you all. Wassalamu alaikum.